say does that star-spangled
You know, Greg, when you look at these rosters, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center position. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
You know, the early years when Paul George came into the league with the Pacers, you wondered how his frame would fill out. It's filled out nicely.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for two future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got SGA and a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
Here's Morris. No good that time. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Booker with it. Leonard picks him up. It's stolen by Morris. Leonard attacking. And Wall kicks to George. Zubac a screen on Booker. George. That one misses. Great D that time from Johnson. Booker outside. Shoots the three. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Wall passes to Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. Morris with a screen on Bridges. Leonard dishes to Morris. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And the pass to Ayton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Wall looking it over. Outside for George. To the paint, here's Leonard.
Well, Mikal Bridges is a prototypical 3-and-D guy, affecting the game defensively now.
Something you noticed about these Suns last year was their offensive talents, Brent. It could be seen from top to bottom.
Man, they got plenty of great shooters on the floor. Obviously, one of the great distributors of all time in Chris Paul. With these guys scoring in a variety of ways, it's really tough to defend from inside, outside, and the deadly mid-range of your leader.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. He said a primary concern is to prevent those easy three-point looks from outside. He said closing out hard on the shooters is going to be the key. If they don't bother the shooters, he said, it's going to be a very long 4 quarters. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot.
Now you look at the massive hauls that have been received in the trades with Paul George. That should tell you how valuable PG is.
And he's good on the second.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Now here's Paul. Johnson, a wide open look, and it's off from three-point range. Booker against George. And it's George finishing it off.
Paul George taking it all the way up for the dunk.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin, but give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
And here's Wall, after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. George against Booker. And George with the stuff.
Well, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
Yeah, we could feel that one all the way over here. Now here's Booker. 5 points in the game. Stolen by George. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. Wall finds Zubac. Back to Leonard. Inside. Paul against Wall. Back to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Just 2 to shoot. And here's George for 3. George missing again.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
14 foul.
He's off on the first.
And there's a lot of nuance to Wall's game. People talk about his speed and things like that, but his instinct and skill are equally as important, if not more so.
Booker is screen on Wall. Paul kicks to Booker. Johnson for 3. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Johnson's got 6. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Wall, that's a 2-pointer.
How about Chris Paul just in the right position, so smart on both ends of the floor?
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Suns on top, up by 2. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Phoenix.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Tough to guard Devin Booker on a quick pick and roll. With his size and speed, he can be very dangerous in these sets.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA team to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Ball against Wall. Kicks it out to Johnson. On the wing, Booker. Beyond the arc. He doesn't hit that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Clippers trail by 3. Outside, Wall. He kicks it to George. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Johnson sets the screen for Booker. Drills the 3-pointer. Booker's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Phoenix.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Pass to Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's an athletic play coming from Kawhi, just pushing his way past the defender and getting to his shot.
With 3, Booker. Shot clock reset for Phoenix. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Here's Booker. He's got 11. Paul passes to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Booker's got the lead up to 5 now for the Suns. Oh, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
Booker against George. Here's Morris with the drive. Here's Zubac, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. With 1 second left, he can't hit that time. Bridges with some nice defense.
In the first half. 2 minutes.
To the inside, Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
This isn't all that surprising. Remember, Devin Booker once put 70 up in an NBA contest.
From deep, George. Offensive rebound. And Wall kicks to George. They shoot again. Here's Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on 8.
And Kawhi Leonard is just phenomenal at the line. Another part of his game that's improved.
Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career, playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
Paul kicks to Bridges. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Paul outside, going inside, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And there's Bridges on the assist by Ayton. And the Suns lead by 8.
And that's a shot Bridges needs to just keep sinking. You can see his confidence growing.
Now Wall. Five on the clock. A double clutch. And the rejection by Ayton.
He has the size and can get up quickly. Ayton with the throwback.
Johnson finds Booker. Here he goes. Back to Johnson. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Paul with the ball. Now Covington defending. And Ayton throws it down.
As long as passes are in that area, Ayton's going to get up and go down.
Here's Powell. Leonard with a screen on Booker. Lets it go from deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Phoenix Suns going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been giving John Wall all sorts of problems. He still hasn't been able to solve their defense. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. They've got Torrey Craig. Lee out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Saric in at the 5 spot. And it's Shamet missing. Clippers trail by 10.
After missing the playoffs for 10 consecutive seasons, boy, the Suns not only got to the postseason in 21, they made it all the way to the finals. So what a turnaround for that franchise.
Pass to Crowder. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Saric. That shot missing. The Clippers go the other way with it. It's been quite a turnaround, hasn't it, Brent, for Phoenix? Ever since they acquired Chris Paul in that trade from Oklahoma City, they've been a different team.
Yeah, and I don't think you can really give enough credit to what it is that Chris Paul has brought, along with the combination and relationship that he has with Monty Williams. I mean, that leadership, with that young roster and giving those guys belief has elevated the play of everybody who's put on that uniform.
And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Batum.
And it felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
Shamet with it. Jackson on him. Lee kicks to Shamet. Feeds it to Crowder. Batum with the steal. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I like it. Powell just being aggressive, making the D overcommit.
The Clippers have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league, and he's just coming into his prime, so he fits the timeline of their star.
Shamet with it. Jackson on him. Here's Lee outside. Great D that time from Powell. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half, and the layup's good off the glass.
And Jackson does a good job of finding some gaps and getting to those open areas. That's how he finds his shots.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Right side, Batum. It's tipped. Now here's Saric. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Crowder. Out to Saric. Pass to Lee. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have. Injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
Suns leading by 4. 1:41 left in the third quarter of the game. Craig passes to Lee. To the middle. Here's Saric, and slam dunk by Saric.
The defense not putting up much of a fight as Saric gets to the rim.
Jackson looking it over. Kicks it to Powell. The pass to Covington. 1:09 left in the third quarter. Powell down low. Covered by Lee. Covington's shot is off.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Crowder inside. Powell on him. Outside Crowder, and he's going up for the alley-oop.
And Jay Crowder moving it to the open man.
Clippers trail by 8. Outside Jackson. Outside for Batum. Back to Jackson. Yep, that one goes. 6 points for Reggie Jackson.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Passes it to Lee. Back to Shamet. Crowder the screen. And they'll get another chance. Craig kicks to Shamet. Second shot opportunity. Misses the layup. And so it's Phoenix with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. The guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. Batuma's out there with Robert Covington, and it's man in at the 3.
Man, Devin Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts. So he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up.
Jackson misses. Phoenix leading by 8.
LA foul. Reggie Jackson.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Phoenix.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. No good from Booker.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Johnson outside. Leonard with the steal. Here's George. Misses from close range.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Ball against Paul. From deep, George. That doesn't go either for George. Suns leading by 9. Booker with it. George picks him up, and Ayton throws it down.
Booker's all-around game is really coming together. Nice play there.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Wall, driving the lane, drops in the layup for 2.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Wall against Paul. Bridges left side. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Bridges has got the lead up to 12 now for Phoenix.
Mikel really showing a nice confidence in that shot right there as his shooting percentages are trending up.
George sets a screen for Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Devin Booker. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Here's Booker. The Clippers grab the miss. Morris finds Wall, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
The competitive firewall plays with is admirable. Fantastic at just figuring out ways to attract contact.
That one misses. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Suns. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Bridges misses. Clippers trail by 9. Wall dishes to George. With the crossover. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The length and the athleticism combination of Paul George is very hard to guard.
And the line for LA, Paul George.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
Paul against George. Paul passes to Ayton. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Suns lead by 12.
I mean, as good a passer as we've ever seen in the NBA. Chris Paul setting up a great look that time.
Leonard looking around. He kicks to George. From deep. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got 4 rebounds in this game. Suns leading by 12. Pass to Booker. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Ball is screen on George. Booker outside. 6 to shoot. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Paul can't get it to go.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those. And he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. There's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Booker outside. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Paul kicks to Johnson. Shot from the wing. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Nobody near Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
You settle in and you watch the show coming from Kawhi as he's filling it up and doing it in a lot of ways.
Booker with it. So the Suns win it. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. And we're expecting an intense battle in the front court tonight, Grant. Both teams with a lot of talent in those positions.
You know, B.A., it'll be an interesting matchup here with the talent and size of their front court. It should make this game extra challenging for these squads. They can't just count on being the dominant force down low. They'll have to get a little creative.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. Now here's Booker. Pass to Ayton. Outside Johnson. Ayton, a screen on Towns. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year.
Now here's Edwards. Back to Russell. Here's Prince. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Booker against Edwards. Left side, Paul. Booker with a screen on Russell. Paul passes to Bridges. 4-3. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Jumps up. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Well, that's Taurean Prince running the floor in transition and finding buckets.
Russell against Paul. Pass to Johnson. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
No problems knocking that one down.
Boy, you like to see that kind of competitiveness from Karl Anthony Towns. You know this guy is going to settle the score with a 3 of his own.
Now here's Paul. Throws it up high. And Booker with the jam.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Paul against Russell. Pass to Edwards. Out to the wing. Here's Prince. And another 3 from Minnesota.
A good percentage of Taurean Prince shots are from distance, and you can see why right there.
Paul against Russell. Out to Bridges. Fires from deep. And the Suns get another 3.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Towns. Shoots over Johnson. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. The Suns leading. There's the screen by Johnson. Edwards against Booker. Towns with a rebound.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all. Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star, and then last year he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Towns has got 5 now.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Pass to Johnson. And the Suns get another 3.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Russell up top. He's guarded by Paul. Outside for Russell. Here's Prince. He's guarded by Bridges. Prince can't hit. Phoenix has gone 4 of 5 from distance here in the first quarter. Booker, the pass to Bridges. Off the mark there with a 3. The Timberwolves trail. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Russell on the drive. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, an excellent penetrator who is always in attack mode. Go ahead, D'Angelo Russell.
Pass to Booker. That one is off. Good work defensively by Russell. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Suns. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Suns.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Russell. Pass to Edwards. Outside for Russell. Now here's Towns. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
No hesitation from Karl Anthony Towns. Ball is delivered. He makes the assist look easy.
From deep, Johnson. That shot, no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Outside Edwards. Uncovered. And another basket for Minnesota.
Well, you can see Karl Anthony Towns now is beyond just looking for his own shot. He's understanding, let me make the guys around me feel good.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Bridges passes to Johnson. Johnson a screen on Edwards. And he's going for the oop here. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. And Edwards slams it in.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrives.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Edwards. Russell against Paul. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by the Suns.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
For Minnesota, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Russell against Paul. To the left wing. Towns for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Booker's got 4 rebounds now. Oh, there's the alley. Towns with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Edwards against Booker. Pass to Prince. He shoots. Here's Gobert. Goes to the fadeaway. Gobert's got his first basket.
Well, Rudy Gobert securing the board and making sure to convert.
Outside Booker. Takes it inside. And Gobert with a block. Outside Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
And we know dead ball situations are where some fans change the channel. Doris, has the league done enough to discourage intentional fouls?
Every form of media, to me, BA, is trying to capture the imagination of their fans. So anything that enhances your product is something that in the long term is going to do well for you.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Phoenix calls timeout. There's 1:54 left to play in the second quarter. The kick out to Edwards. Shoots over Booker. Another miss by Minnesota.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Paul with the bucket.
Chris Paul not only has a great handle, but man, his footwork is so good.
Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. The kick out to Edwards. The three sinks the tray. Edwards got 7. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
And it's Paul off the drive. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
There's an elusivity to Chris Paul's play. He's got the knack to get into the teeth of the defense and make something happen.
Pass to Prince. 50 seconds left to play in the half. Edwards. And that one drops for him. He's got 9.
When you watch Taurean Prince play, you know it's about team. This guy finds the open man and loves delivering it.
Outside Johnson. Back to Paul. Stolen by Russell. And he lobs it up to the rim. And stolen by Bridges. And now the Suns fast break. And Ayton with the stuff.
Well, this guy is so good in transition situations. DeAndre Ayton runs the floor like a deer.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Outside for Russell. From the arc. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Timberwolves. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks... We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. We've got McDaniels, Jalen Noel out there with Jordan McLaughlin. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Anderson in at the 4-man spot. And it's Crowder missing.
And the idea was good, but the execution severely lacking.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Back to Shamet. Oh, they pick off the pass. Phoenix calls timeout.
Personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Minnesota. Jalen Noel. 1 shot. Phoenix timeout.
Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. They swipe it. Outside Craig. An easy 2 on the layup. Craig's got his first points of the game.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Noel. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Here's Lee. Anderson covers. Crowder inside. It's Shamet on the wing. Shot clock at 5. The Suns need to get off a shot. That 3's off the mark. Minnesota in the lead. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's McLaughlin looking for his first basket still in this one. for the lob. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. It's McDaniels on the wing. Kicks it out to Anderson from downtown. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
No good on the second free throw. And he misses all 3. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Shamet into the lanes. And a two-handed jam!
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Another miss by Minnesota. The Suns trailing. Outside Craig. Here's Crowder, and he gets that one.
I'll tell you this, Jay Crowder is one tough cookie. This guy won't be deterred by the defense.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's McLaughlin. A shot to stop the drought. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
14 foul.
First free throw is good.
Jordan McLaughlin at the line for 2.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Phoenix has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Down low, Crowder. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Crowder's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, you love to see Crowder active from inside. All it takes is good positioning, and he's golden.
Pass to Noel. Here's McLaughlin. 4 on the clock. And he's going for the oop here. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. He's all alone, and he hammers it home to polish off the break.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Pass to Lee. Back to Shamet. Here's Lee. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Noel. Chalk up 2 there. And now a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
Knocks it loose. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Anderson with a screen. Oh, there's the alley.
Saw his teammate with a path to the rim, and boom, lobbed it up there beautifully.
Very smooth catch and finish. Phoenix calls timeout. Nine seconds left in the third. Outside Booker. They need this. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Minnesota. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Really mucking it up on defense.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt, and it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Edwards against Booker. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. To the inside. And Edwards with the basket on the assist by Towns.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
It's Booker on the wing. he makes it on the layup.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Pass to Edwards. Russell against Booker. Shot clock at 6. Russell, the pass to Towns. Shoots over Johnson. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. Well, Phoenix is shooting 54% from the field so far in this one. Minnesota shooting it at 61%. A terrific average. Paul against Russell. Here's Prince. That shot's good. Russell making the play. And the Timberwolves lead by 12. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Booker can't get it to go. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Prince. No good on the 3. The Suns have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Bridges, right side. Pass to Paul. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
When Chris Paul gets into the teeth of the defense, make no mistake, this guy's in attack mode because he wants to go to the foul line.
He hits the second from the line. Edwards with it. Pass to Towns. Outside for Russell. Let's go with a 3. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter.
A smart defender. Booker can anticipate and uses good balanced movement to get in position.
Now Aiden. Left side Booker. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Minnesota.
I mean, they play some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
A nice shot by Booker.
Well, if Booker is in three-point territory, the defense has got to be there on the catch. He's got such tremendous accuracy from deep.
Russell, the pass to Towns. The kick out to Edwards. The 3. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
Anthony Edwards is one of the most explosive athletes in the league. He can burn you with his perimeter jump shooting. He's dangerous in transition. And look out, folks, the upside is there.
Johnson a screen on Towns. Booker for 3. He can't get that one to fall. And Minnesota the other way with it now.
Well, making sure you get the shot opportunity through contact. Karl Anthony Towns goes to the free throw line.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Outside Booker. The shake. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Russell.
Devin Booker, shiftiness, gets himself into the paint, so aggressive, and it pays off.
Both free throws good from Booker. There's 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. The 3 ball. The Suns clear it.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Johnson passes to Paul. For three, Booker. And again, it's the Suns missing. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Booker. Towns for three. That shot missing. And Phoenix the other way now. And Booker, here we go. Bridges finds Johnson. 26 seconds left in the final quarter. Pass to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fades and shoots. It's not going to go for him. Outside Edwards. From deep. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here.
starting at power forward.
And Greg, you were talking about this. What do you appreciate about this matchup? The team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish. And we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem form, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Here's George. Towns with the defensive effort.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles. On the wing, George. He's guarded by Russell. George with the bucket.
Defense does a good job, but George won't relent. He rises to meet their challenge.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Towns for 3. He's off on that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Down low, stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
On his drives, Kawhi can be just devastating, completely overwhelming the D.
Jackson against Russell. Out to the right wing. Towns wide open. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Tyronn Lue. Dave, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, he said for them to prevail, they've got to be stout in the post and close off those driving lanes. If they fail to do those two things, it could be a very long night. And to be honest, it didn't sound like he thought they could.
Okay, David, thanks. Now, here is Russell. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Towns for 3, and another 3 for Minnesota.
And few 7-footers in the league have Towns' shooting touch. This is the guy you want to create for time and time again.
Now here's Jackson, and here's George for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
He's going to throw his arm out trying to make a pass of that length.
The Clippers trail. Jackson deciding where to go with it. He kicks it to George. Zubac trying to break loose. And there's Paul George on the assist by Jackson.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammate. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Lobbed up there for Edwards. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Russell. Jackson misses. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Edwards against Leonard. Prince wide open. Bangs home the trifecta.
Prince has gotten better at creating his own shot, but the catch and shoot game is still his specialty.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The shot by George, wide open. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Edwards inside, defended by George. Kicks it out to Prince. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Clippers trail by 3. Outside Jackson. Pass to George. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game. Russell looking it over. Towns down low. Morris is there. Shot clock at 6. Here's Russell. Banked in off the glass.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
Outside, George. From the arc. That doesn't go either for George. For 3, Edwards. He can't get it to go. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 3. And back with the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that high.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. And home court advantage can give teams a huge lift. Greg, how different is it playing in front of the hometown fans?
It's huge. I mean, they give you energy. You don't want to let them down, so you tend to dig a little deeper when you're playing at home.
And Edwards drops them both.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Jackson kicks to George. Changes up. He takes it up and lays it in. George has got 10 points.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Outside, Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 4th assist in this one.
And never lacking confidence from deep. Some big men have to develop that confidence. Towns has always had it.
Jackson dishes to George. Back to Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And George kicks to Jackson. Outside, Leonard. Towns with the steal. Outside, Russell. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Towns for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Towns has got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes that.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
They get the rebound. Zubats. Outside for George. And another shot. And the jumper is on the mark. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
The pass to Towns. Edwards with it. The kick out to Towns. And another 3 for Minnesota.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
And George with the stuff.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Jackson against Russell. Lobbed up there for Edwards. An emphatic LU jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. George passes to Leonard. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Edwards can't hit. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers, trailing by 10.
And Kawhi Leonard with multiple finals MVPs, putting him in elite company.
GA, not many guys have done it ever. The only other current players, KD and LeBron. That should tell you just how special the claw is.
Clippers trail by 8. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Defense throws everything at George, but he persists and finds a shot.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Outside, Russell. Takes it inside. Over in the corner, Edwards. And then jammed down as he goes right over. He beats Zubac.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Clippers trail by 8. Outside Jackson. Outside for George. Good on the triple. George has got 13 points now in the quarter.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Prince with a screen on Jackson. Russell passes to Prince. Back to Russell. Out to Edwards. Clock at 6. Here's Gobert. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And Gobert, even when he gets hit, maintains his focus on the bucket and gets it to go.
Minnesota shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Jackson dishes to George. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Outside, Russell to the wing on the left. Towns for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
And when Morris is playing with intensity like this, his defense can really shine through.
23.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go. Third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. And McLaughlin gets it to go.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Foul for 3. It's rebounded by McLaughlin. Timberwolves leading by 8. Smitty, you can tell Norman Powell has worked very hard in his game.
You know, he just wants to excel at whatever assignment he's given. Kevin, he once said, I've been in every single role on a team, from bench guy to starter, so he knows how to give you value anywhere on the floor. Carving up the D in style. Love when Batum takes charge and finds a lane to the rim.
Here's McLaughlin, covered by Wall. And finished off by McDaniel.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Oh, Covington in position. Stolen by Reed. And here's the break. Here's Noel. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 8. Batum attacking. Another shot. Kicks it out to Covington. Passes it to Wall. Knocks down the 3 ball. Wall's got his first 3 points of the game.
not lacking any confidence. When the ball hits Wall's hands, he is ready to let it fly.
Here's McLaughlin, covered by Wall. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Timberwolves shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
A year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Wall kicks to Powell. The 19-footer is on the money. Powell's got his first bucket in this one.
I'll tell you, Norman Powell fills in the gaps for this team at both ends.
Pass to McDaniels. Here's Noel. Anderson up top, defended by Batum. Fast break, here we go. Powell, the pass to Batum. Back to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Pass to Man. 6 on the shot clock. Batum, the screen. With the floater. Here's Noel. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and finished off by McDaniel.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Timberwolves leading by 7. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Here's Anderson. Lays it up off the glass.
Trying to become a better scorer on all 3 levels. This time, Anderson attacking the interior.
Powell dishes the Wall. Back to Powell. Kicks the Wall. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action, bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. And if he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly 3rd option for LA.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves.
And there's a lot of nuance to Wall's game. People talk about his speed and things like that, but his instinct and skill are equally as important, if not more so. And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Powell against Russell. And it's sent back by Russell. Left side, Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Wall kicks to Powell. Drills the 3-pointer. Powell's got 5 now.
Beautiful ball movement. Draw and kick. The defense can't catch up.
Outside, Russell. Lobbed up there for Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
Powell for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Russell against Wall. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Now Russell. Outside, Towns. 3-pointer. And with the rebound. Clippers trail by 11. Batum for 3. And it's Russell with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Edwards, that's good.
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
Powell sets a screen for Wall. Dish now to Powell. Back to Wall. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Russell high post. Powell on him. Here's Edwards. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And that's what they're looking for from Edwards. Scoring from all areas of the court, even mid-range, keeps the defense honest.
Batum wide open. He fired. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Kicks it out to Prince. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Timberwolves lead by 15. Ball taking his time here. And it's sent back by Russell. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now.
Timberwolves 5.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Minnesota.
Smart ball handling from them in this one. Passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there.
And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
The first one falls. And he can't hit the second. Timberwolves leading by 13. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. The wing jumper off target. Clippers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Prince, that's for 2. And he stays with it. Towns for 3. Offensive rebound. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
The long reach of Rudy Gobert really comes in handy when he's patrolling the offensive glass.
Jackson passes to Leonard. That one doesn't go. Prince with the defensive effort. It's Edwards on the wing. For 3. Minnesota gets it back. And a new shot clock of 14 seconds. Gobert finds Prince. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Minnesota.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Anthony Edwards.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
34 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Edwards against George. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And again, the turnover by the Timberwolves. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Jackson kicks to George. From deep. And it's Russell with the rebound. Edwards looking it over. From deep three-point range. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally prepared to go to work on the road. Here we go. And it's the Suns to start out. Here's Paul. So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point. Now here's Booker. Johnson. And he can't get that one. Great D that time from Zubats. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Ayton, no good.
He's got to be mad at himself. You won't get a better look than that.
It's George on the wing. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard.
No, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Now here's Paul. Good on the bucket.
The defense looking lazy there. You can't allow Paul to get inside like this. That's just asking for trouble.
Zubats with a screen on Booker. Here's George. Crosses over. And it's good on the layup. George has gotten his second bucket of the game.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Outside for Booker. Driving to the basket, to the paint. Zubats with the steal. George with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Zubats screen. Here's Wall. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
So physical for a one. Wall has the size and skill to do work in the paint.
Booker with it. The kick out to Paul. With the floater. Booker can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Here's George. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Just good awareness from Leonard there. Feeding a wide-open guy instead of forcing his own shot. And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman. He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Out to Leonard. Left side Wall. Rebounded by Chris Paul. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement. Excellent timing by Ayton on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down.
Leonard passes to George. No good from outside. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And he lobs it up top. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
Wall, the pass to George. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Yeah, Ayton has all the physical gifts of a great shot blocker. Size, length, and agility.
And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. That's going to send John Wall to the line. It's going to be on Cameron Johnson.
The speed John Wall plays the game has always been the thing that sets him apart. And even as he's pushing the tempo, he just stays in control.
Now here's Johnson. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Left side Booker, 5 to shoot. Leonard for 3, count it. And it's Morris with the assist.
Amazing that catch-and-shoot jumpers were considered a weak spot for Kawhi when he came into the league. No one thinks that way anymore.
Paul against Wall. Outside Booker from behind the arc. Connects from downtown. Booker's got 6.
this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Wall. Can't hit from in close.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Leonard. Fires the three. Oh, and another three for the Clippers.
With a smooth jumper and unwavering confidence, Leonard's able to consistently convert from downtown.
Booker fires from way outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now here's George. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers closing out the quarter with a 7.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center position. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And just one of the most complete players in the game today. George's two-way game and strong leadership traits are reasons why he's a star.
And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title-contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Now here's George. They lead by 8, biggest lead of the game.
And we know George is a great shooter, but when he's attacking the rim like that, it gives this team a whole different attitude.
Here's Booker. Outside Johnson. That's tipped. And here's the fast break. Ayton inside. Zubac there. Pass to Bridges. The kick out to Johnson. Here's Booker. Lays it up and banks it in. Booker's got 8.
People first think of Booker as an outside shooter, but he does a lot of his work in the lane.
Kicks it to George. Three-pointer. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Nice shot by George.
An elite player in this league, it's Paul George stepping up, scoring in bunches tonight.
Booker for 3. The shot won't fall. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Well, teams are always hunting mismatches. Grant, I'll put it to you here. You prefer a speed advantage or a size advantage over your defender?
Well, BA, it's all about the mismatches. And going back to when I was young and actually had some speed, it was great to be able to have both, depending upon who you went against. If a smaller player guarded you, use your size to shoot right over them. And if a bigger defender was on you, then yes, use your speed to turn the corner and get to the rim. So it depended upon who was guarding you.
All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Clippers. When you look at Mikal Bridges, he's the quintessential 3-and-D wing, Richard.
With his quick feet and 7'1" wingspan, he can guard 1 through 4. And they call him the Warden for a reason. When he locks people up, he puts them in Mikal jail.
Oh, Booker with a block. Out of bounds. It'll be Suns ball. Here's Paul. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Outside Booker. Fires the three. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
A reliable three-point sniper. I like seeing Booker connect from downtown.
Outside Wall. Booker against George. And the jam by George.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Wall with it, and it's Paul picking him up. Here's George. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one.
He can do damage from just about anywhere on the floor. When you let George get position inside like that, he's guaranteed to finish.
That one goes. Count it.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Now Wall. He's got 5. Pass to George. Doesn't go for him. Booker with the defensive effort. The 3 is up. Paul shot is off. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Here's Leonard. Yep, that one goes. Leonard's got 8.
That hoop is what makes Kawhi so lethal. I mean, you have to respect the outside shot, but he can also take it right to the basket.
Paul for 3. That won't go either for Paul. For Los Angeles, they've gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. George against Booker. George passes to Zubac. Over to the left wing. Clock at 6. Wall gets the bucket.
Some speedy shooting from Wall. He gets the pass and puts his shot right up to beat the D.
And Booker puts up a deep 3. And that's not going to go. Allie, as always, thank you.
21. The Clippers, 36.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Paul George has been sensational.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
On the floor for the Clippers. Jackson and Powell make up the backcourt. Terrence Mann is out there with Nicholas Batum. And it's Covington in at the 5 down low.
What a job Monty Williams has done in his time with the Phoenix Suns. Hats off to the talent that he's been able to bring in and develop. And that's the way he's created a winning culture.
Now here's Crowder. Back to Craig. And he banks in the layup. Craig's got his first 2 points.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Here's Jackson. Powell outside. Outside Covington. Back to Powell. Deflected. And they'll keep possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Leonard's checked in for Mann.
Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, the Suns are struggling. Boy, Richard, you really can't say enough about what Monty Williams has done with this Phoenix team.
Struggled in his first year, but we gave him a break for that. Immaculate seasons the last 2 years, becoming a Western Conference juggernaut.
Here's Jackson, coming off a Suns make. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Leonard outside. Kicks it out to Jackson. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Here's Shamet, defended by Jackson. And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Shamet. Back to Craig. The putback. The rebound by Jackson. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 6 from three-point land so far. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Lee. Back to Shamet. Crowder right side. Here's Lee. Saric a screen on Jackson. Lee misses. And the Clippers with the ball. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question. He is elite, Allie. Thank you. One thing you notice about these Suns, RJ, many of them are considered strong two-way talents.
And that is such a list for your team. Having guys that can get it done on both sides of the floor instead of trying to balance a lineup of just pure specialists.
Drains the triple.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
And here's Jackson. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Kennard finds Jackson. Back to Kennard. 5 on the clock. And the Clippers miss again.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Crowder. Uses the glass on the layup. Crowder's got 5 now.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
Powell outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Powell's got 7 points here in the quarter.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Here's Shamet. Outside Craig. Driving in. Back to Shamet. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Crowder. Count that bucket. 7 points in the game.
He's getting after it, but needs some help if they're going to get it done.
Jackson outside. Kennard outside. And the 3 off target.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And the call will be against Dario Saric. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Mann's checked in. Jackson, the pass to Powell. Back to Jackson. Powell outside. Pass to Jackson. The Suns clear it. They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
And BA, they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count.
Now here's Johnson. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Booker with it from deep three-point range. Batum pulls it in. Here's Mann. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Los Angeles. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Break.
Ladies and gentlemen,
all right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt, and it's Ayton in at the center position. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
He has no deficiencies. He has no flaws in his offensive game. Booker, he's capable of dropping 30 on any given night against any given player.
George passes to Leonard. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Inside, Leonard has so many go-to moves. He knows how to get by into a shot.
Outside for Booker. All alone. It's rebounded by Morris.
They say it's a make or miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Paul against Wall. Pass to George. Drives to the hoop. And the jam by George.
That's right. PG shows these fools what's up.
Ayton, a screen on Wall. Here's Paul. Lays it up and banks it in.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Los Angeles has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. George against Booker. George passes to Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
Oh, the claw. I mean, Leonard controls the ball with those massive hands. Just throws it down.
George against Paul. Pass to Johnson. Outside Booker. Fades back. He can't hit that time. And Los Angeles the other way now. They led by as many as 18. And Leonard, here we go. And the dunk by Leonard.
Some serious intensity from Leonard. Driving in with a purpose and slamming it down.
Throws it up high.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
For Los Angeles, they've got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. George finds Leonard. George, a screen on Bridges. Back to George. Going inside. Yep, count it. George has got 24 points.
Yeah, great job by George. Now, part of what makes him such a great wing is his crazy ability off the bounce.
Booker with a screen on Wall. Outside Booker. Launches a 3. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 3 assists in the game.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And there's 1:38 left in the game. 6 to shoot. George passes to Leonard. There's the 3. They get it back. A nice shot by Zubac. And the Clippers lead by 13.
And there he is. I mean, attacking the boards, converting off the misses. I mean, trying to do everything he can to secure this W.
Always giving max effort on the glass, taking everything they'll give him.
And for Los Angeles, they're shooting it well at 59%. Morris for 3. Fires in the triple.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Clippers.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And what a huge performance it was for Paul George.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple on this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking him down.
Morris outside. Pass to George. Puts up a 3. And Ayton pulls it down. And the Suns with possession. They trail by 14. Booker can't get it to go. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Leonard, double team. To the wing, right side. And here's Zubac outside. Phoenix grabs the miss. Up top, Booker. He buries it from 3.
Even though his team is lagging behind, he's playing like winner. Too bad his attitude isn't spreading to the other guys.
From deep. Off the mark. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to...
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. This is Brian Anderson.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting.
Well, we expect to see sparks flying down in the paint tonight. Greg, a couple of very talented centers matching up head-to-head in this one.
But with the way the game is played today, we could see them battling at the arc. Modern bigs make their presence felt now all over the floor.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the center, filling out the middle. The Suns shooting their first free throws of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for them. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Lobbed up there for Johnson. It's stolen by Gobert. Edwards drives in, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Edwards is so physically developed already. Just brushes off the contact there. Really strong drive by Edwards.
Ball against Russell. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Doesn't go that time. And Minnesota now the other way. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. He was worried about their interior defense. He doesn't want them getting gutted in the paint. He told his players, look, they're going to score, but we've got to make it difficult on them to give ourselves a chance to win. Guys, let's see if they can follow that advice.
Thank you, David.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Boy, the former second overall pick has really worked on his passing. That was an outstanding find by Russell.
Ball against Russell. Ayton kicks to Johnson. Booker the pass to Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball. And Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Now, here is Russell. Towns for three. Bridges with the board. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Prince wide open. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Coming into the league, scouts predicted Prince would be a solid 3-and-D specialist, and they were spot on.
Ball gets to Ayton. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. D'Angelo Russell, the second overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his second season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
Just 5 on the clock. Russell finds Towns. For 3, Edwards. It's hauled in by the Suns. Kicks it out to Booker. It's stolen by Edwards.
You can tell Towns is a true modern-day player. He's got a diverse skill set, and he can do so much more than you're used to seeing from a guy his size at his position.
And Towns drops them both.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Russell against Paul. Bridges outside. Phoenix no good that time either. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Look at the fast break point total from these guys. I mean, they're really hustling, working hard. And those hustle points are showing up on the scoreboard.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Now the Timberwolves with it. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Driving to the basket. From deep, Prince. The three-pointer is right on target. Prince has got 6 points.
Excellent all-around performance so far against the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Booker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
An accurate shooter from all areas of the floor. Booker has the confidence needed to dominate on offense.
For Phoenix, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Both free throws good from Booker.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Russell inside, defended by Paul. Towns for 3. And Paul pulls it down. Suns trail by 12. Here's Booker. Back to Johnson. Paul outside. Kicks it out to Booker. Puts up a 3. And the Suns get it back. Paul passes to Booker. Goes back up. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
What fun would it be to play with a guy like CP3? I mean, if you get open, he's finding you, and his leadership skills are unquestioned. That guy would be a joy to play with.
Now here's Towns. Here's Gobert. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
It's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
He hits both from the stripe.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Prince. Kicks it out to Paul. Back to Booker from downtown. Good on the triple. He's got 7.
And he's got plenty of range and the confidence to match. Booker believes he's going to hit every 3 he takes.
That's a 2 from Towns. And that does it for the first quarter. The Timberwolves on top. They lead by 9. Stay with us as we get some. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
Setting the floor for the Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Paul kicks to Johnson. 5 to shoot. Leans from outside. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Offline with his 3. Paul passes to Booker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Taurean Prince. And we see stars, Clark, that dominate with skill. Others do it more with athleticism. Which would you prefer to build around if you were coaching?
If I had to only pick one, Kevin, I'd like to have both skill and athleticism. But skill is so critically important in any sport, particularly basketball. Guys that can shoot, handle the ball, pass it, and do the fundamental things well. And I think that trumps athleticism over the long haul.
Edwards dishes to Russell. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. We've heard about player tracking on the court, but now shot tracking is helping players refine their strokes. It measures not just makes or misses, but the arc and the depth and the left to right direction of shots. These systems provide instant feedback to shooters and help them find the bottom of the net. Kevin, back to you.
Sign me up. That is a fascinating story. David, thank you. No one covered. Prince has got 6 here in this quarter.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Booker kicks it out to Johnson. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his first foul. Minnesota on D. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Kicks it out to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Bridges a screen on Gobert. Johnson for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Johnson's got 6.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Prince against Bridges. Outside Edwards. Back to Prince. It's deflected.
This is where Bridges' wingspan is a factor, allowing him to reach out and get a piece of that shot.
Russell looking it over. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
2 minutes remaining in that.
Call against Russell. And with that shot, the Minnesota leaders got down to just 10 points on the bucket from Chris Paul.
Tell you what, it's really remarkable to see it. Just about 6 feet tall, and that might be generous. Chris Paul is a dominant player in the painted area, and he does it with skill and craftiness.
Outside Edwards. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while. Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency, but you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year. And the impressive reach of Ayton. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
The kick out to Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 4th assist in this one.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Here's Booker. Minnesota with the rebound. There's 49 seconds left now here in the second. Edwards looking it over. Here's Towns. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Come on, this is a big guy here, Towns. I mean, you got to foul him a lot harder than that to stop the shot. I mean, he's just too strong. Now he gets a chance to add one more at the line.
And it's Ball with the ball for the Suns. It's a 14-point game. There's the lob to Bridges. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The pass to Gobert. Outside, Towns. Hands it from downtown. Towns has got 11 points.
Among big men, Towns is one of the very best spot-up shooters there is, and very consistent on the catch-and-shoot jump.
And the Suns call time here. Now, here's Shamet. He's tightly guarded, and a wide-open look for Lee. And again, it's the Suns missing. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Lee with the steal. No good on that one. And so it's Minnesota out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get... And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You have to like what we're seeing from Taurean Prince.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
They've got McDaniels. Naz Reid out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Noel in at the 2-guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Oh, good on the three. Suns trail by 15. Lee kicks to Shamet. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Here's McLaughlin. Out left to the wing. To the left wing. Fires the three. And Lee pulls it down. The Suns shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Makes it off the glass. Lee's got his first points of the game.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Here's McLaughlin. No points in the game yet for him. Reed misses. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half, and that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Out to Lee. Poke loose. Shot clock at 5. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's McLaughlin. That one drops for him. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Crowder. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
He got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Phoenix shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Good on the second free throw. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's McLaughlin. He's covered by Shamet. McLaughlin, the pass to Noel. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Shot by Crowder, no good. Timberwolves leading by 16. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Noel. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. The shot by Sharch, no good. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Anderson passes to Noel.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Back to Anderson. Lets it go from the wing. Misses off the left iron. And here's Sharch. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. And it's good. 2 points. Crowder's got 5 points now this quarter.
And obviously a total team player. Sharich is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
Here's McLaughlin. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Here's McDaniels. Passes it to Noel. 5 on the clock. Driving inside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Suns trail by 14. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Out to Sharch. There's the three. That one's not going to go. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Edwards passes to Towns. Back to Edwards. Timberwolves passing it around. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. There's Lee with the three. Sinks the triple. Lee's got 5 points now this quarter.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Pass to Edwards. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Minnesota. 13 points up at the end of the period. All around, it's hard to point to any one area where they haven't had the upper hand in this game. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the center.
You know, Taurean Prince is not the guy you want to send to the foul line.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And there's Edwards on the assist by Russell. 10 points for Anthony Edwards.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside, not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot, taking what's available.
Johnson outside. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Timberwolves leading by 9. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Out to Russell. And here's Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back, and when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
And Edwards drops them both. Suns trail by 11. All up top. He's guarded by Russell. Here's Booker. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
From deep, Prince. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Johnson outside. Tries it from the top of the key. A rebound by the Timberwolves. 17 points was their biggest margin. Now Edwards. Prince setting a pick for Edwards. Prince outside. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Suns. They trail by 14. And there's the call on DeAndre. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Outside, Russell jacks up a three. Hits it from three-point range.
You know, you look at Russell, and the green light is always on from there for him, and he shoots it with confidence.
Paul kicks to Booker. Pass to Johnson. And they get it. Kicks it out to Booker. There's the triple. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Back to Towns. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. Towns is doubled. Shot clock at 6. And Edwards with the stuff.
And, you know, this will be a big victory for them. They came out and executed their game plan, and what a huge win for Minnesota.
They simply ran them off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Taurean Prince.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Outside, Edwards lets it go with a three. Bridges with the board. And now the Suns a fast break. And Booker puts up a deep three. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Edwards against Paul. Prince kicks to Towns. Back to Prince. Ayton against Towns. And here's Edwards from the arc. Unable to get that one. Some solid D from Paul. And the three off target. Towns with it. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be.
tip-off goes to Minnesota. And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at small forward. Now here's Towns. And there's the lob. And out of bounds, the Clippers will take it.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Here's Jackson. Pass to George. It's blocked by Gobert.
And just a top-tier shot blocker in the league. Gobert's massive wingspan is a huge reason why he wipes away all those shots.
Now here's George. He's guarded closely. Leonard can't get it to go. And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
And Kawhi Leonard is just phenomenal at the line. Another part of his game that's improved.
Good on both.
When you think about a rough moment in Kawhi Leonard's career, that had to have come around 2021, that season-ending injury in the playoffs that kept him out of the entire 22 season.
Towns for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Now here's Edwards. With the drive, and Edwards slams it in.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Well, we're glad, though, that Leonard took the time to fully recover, Brent.
Yeah, B.A., you have to prioritize your health as a player. Kawhi has had his scares throughout his career, but him being fully healthy is going to help him unleash his full game on any opponent. So getting him back to 100% a priority for him and the team.
Here's Russell. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. Edwards a screen on Jackson. Russell to pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
D'Lo at that size has great court vision and a great pass.
Jackson against Russell. Here's George. He can't get it to go. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Jackson against Russell. It's stolen by Leonard. George outside. To the middle. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard. And he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 6.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
A minute 53 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Prince. Outside Edwards. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Here's Gobert. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Leonard outside. George outside. Back to Leonard. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Give him 8.
The inside part of Kawhi's game just so hard to stop. He's too physical and seems to be just locked in at times.
Russell with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Towns against Jackson. The ball's knocked loose. Oh, George with a steal. Here's Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Guy's got some of the best hands in the league. Paul George instincts right there. Pokes that ball away.
Over to the wing. Towns for three. Nails it from three.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Inside, here's George, and he makes it.
What great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count. And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of the game.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Back to Russell. And there's the drive. It's stolen by Leonard. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. For three, George hits the trifecta. George has got 6 points.
You always talk about the first 2 steps in transition, and Paul George out quick and decisively that time.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Up top, George. And so it's Kawhi Leonard making highlights for the Los Angeles Clippers. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Back after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Clippers.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
For three, George. Here's Morris. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
The defensive chops of Towns, able to use his length and timing to stifle shooters.
Edwards finds Towns. Back to Edwards. Into the lane. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5. You know, with all the dunkers out there, some players make sure they don't end up on too many posters. Grant, you ever make a business decision?
Yeah, you know, I made a few business decisions through my career. Look, as a competitor, you want to make sure that you can play defense, give it your all, contest at the rim when you feel that you can. But when someone like a Vince Carter in the midst of insanity, that's when you make a business decision, and that's a smart decision.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Towns. Blocked! And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubats. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
Clock at 4, and the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Towns a screen on George to the inside. The shot by Towns, no good.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
In transition, here they come. Outside for Russell. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Towns for three, it falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
Ah, the versatility of Towns, unleashing his outside game and presenting all sorts of problems for the defense.
Now here's George. He's got 10. Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. Russell up top, defended by Jackson. Here's Towns. Ooh, Morris with a steal. George drives in, and George with the jam.
Just cutting right there to the spot he wanted to get to. Paul George being very aggressive on that play.
It's Edwards on the wing. To the middle. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Now here's Jackson. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. And Edwards slams it in.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
And there's the screen. George outside. Lets the three fly. That doesn't go either for George.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to Prince. There's a minute 17 left to play in the first half. Down low. Gobert inside. He's guarded by Zubac.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Edwards pulls it in. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Russell, the pass to Gobert. Shot blocked. George against Edwards. George's shot is off. Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. He takes it in. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got 5 assists in the game. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Here's George. 16 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Shot clock at 6. Here's Leonard. Towns with a rebound. Left side, Russell. Soft touch off the glass. And now a three-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, not the biggest guy on the floor, but still big for a guard and a lefty. It's a nice soft touch from D'Lo.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The T-Wolves on top. They're up by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. Just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Nas Reed out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's McLaughlin in at the point guard. For 3, Powell. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's McLaughlin. Second shot opportunity. Reed. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And that one misses. The Clippers trail. Powell for 3. Anderson pulls it down. Here's McLaughlin. And he lobs it up.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Back to Wall. It's Powell on the wing. Oh, and Reed with a block. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Now here's Powell. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's McLaughlin. Outside McDaniels. McDaniels, a screen on Powell. Back to Daniels.
Things are starting to come together for them. And the lead is starting to grow, too.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Wall, the pass to Powell. Here's Covington, and that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Well, Covington has that long arm athletic ability to get in there and mix it up.
2 minutes into the second half of play now.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Wall, the pass to Powell. Here's Mann. Back to Powell. Just 5 on the clock. From the arc. Rebound Minnesota.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Here's Noel. And another 3 from Minnesota.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Powell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him.
2 minutes remaining.
McDaniels finds Reed.
2 minutes.
Here's Noel. Wall covering. Outside McDaniels. Back to Noel. Fires from deep. The shot no good. Los Angeles has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Here's Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
An athletic display by Wall, letting the defense know he can own the rim.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Powell for 3. McLaughlin with the rebound.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Hey, yo, right here. Pass to McDaniels. Shot clock at 5. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Powell's shot is off.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Noel. Outside McDaniels. Here's Reed. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass. Reed's got 4 points in the quarter.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Wow.
Are you serious? John Wall with the statement. Oh, that's pretty.
Here's McLaughlin. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going into the break up 12. A big difference in shooting percentage. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Kicks it to George. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. Minnesota has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. Jackson against Russell. Pass to Towns. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
I like seeing Towns be aggressive from deep. He knows his teammates want him to shoot from there.
Jackson, pass to George. Off target with the 3. Minnesota shooting 71%. Their offense has looked unstoppable all game long. Pass to Prince. For 3. And the three-pointer goes. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
Jackson, pass to George. That doesn't go either for George. For Minnesota, they've gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the 4th. Edwards can't hit. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. George with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
And this is where PG, at his height, because of his size, has got that advantage to see over the defense and locate the open man.
Russell finds Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Jackson outside. Leonard with a screen on Russell. Jackson for 3. The shot misses. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Pass to Towns. Plenty of space. Misses off the right iron.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Leonard for 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And here's Edwards. Pass to Russell. There's 1:54 left in the 4th quarter. Towns passes to Russell. Back to Towns. He got a piece of it. Now here's George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
There's 1:26 left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. And stolen by Leonard.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Timberwolves.
Loved how much they moved the ball out there tonight.
Yeah, no one got left out. This was a real team effort.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Anthony Edwards.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense. And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
George, good.
And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Pass to Edwards. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Clippers. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Gobert with a rebound. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Now Russell. This one for three. Drops in the three.
Well, you got to chase him off the three-point line and not let him get into that kind of rhythm as Russell knocks one in.
And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a